You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The universe changes. Our life is what our thoughts make it. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Very little is needed for everything to be upset and ruined, only a slight lapse in reason. Remember that very little is needed to make a happy life. We are all working together to one end, some with knowledge and design, and others without knowing what they are doing. Be content with what you are, and wish not to change, nor dread your last day, nor long for it. A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. The greatest remedy for anger is a delay. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Be like the promontory against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. To live happily is an inward power of the soul. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. What we do now echoes in eternity. Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about your neighbors, unless with a view to some mutual benefit. Let not your mind run on what you lack, as much as on what you have already. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. The wise man listens to meaning. The fool only gets the noise. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. The true worth of a man is to be measured by the objects he pursues. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. A man should be upright, not be kept upright. Live a good life. If there are gods, and they are just, then they will not care how devout you have been, but will welcome you based on the virtues you have lived by. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to throw away. Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something while you live, and it is in your power. The power of the mind is the essence of life. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. Don't waste time on what you can't control or influence. The most important things in life are the connections you make with others. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Drop your favorite quote in the comments. Don't forget to click subscribe if you want to get our new quotes videos.